welcome to Going In, Sane with Temperance Jermaine. That's me. How y'all doing? You in the river? I'm in the river. Oh my goodness. What a river. Okay, so I'm gonna do my best to shuffle and relay the message at the same time. Not in my normal setups. Just felt like being cozy in my car today. And it's a really beautiful day, but it's a little moist outside. Anyway, so let's just call it gang. Oh, gang, OCG. Come and play with me. Let's play cards, guys. Okay, Uriel. Okay, first off, Raziel, always, they're a team. They're a team. For my soul. All of my soul. Anyway, that was cryptic, I know. Okay, I'm going to try and get into this, the flow of this message. Okay. Metatron's here. Magdalene. Joan. Yes. Sandalphon is here. Sananda is here. Yeshua. Yes. Christ consciousness is a real thing. Tap into that. Okay, so that's where they want me to start. Okay, where he wants me to start. Sananda is the star name for Jesus. The actual energetic being that came and lowered his energy to come and infiltrate the 3D undivine matrix and place his mark as intended by the Creator, God, Father God of all creation, for this universe, which includes planet Earth, this, beautiful young planet, creation-wise. I mean, it's a young planet, and interesting because it's a different type of creation, and that we are the twinkle in the apple in God's eyes. Humanity is that's a real thing. I won't get into the details because that's speculation, and it's not really speculation when you've been led to the information and your discernment, intuition says it rings true, and you can then expand out of the box that you've been placed into or found yourself arrived in. Okay, so back to the point. Christ wants back in. Jesus, he wants back in. The women folk, the divine feminines, not the distorted feminines or the Jezebels or that's enough said about that, but the divine feminine aspects that are here, such as myself, that are spiritually inclined and based and founded in, grounded into, kind of always have been, okay, because that's what made us the freaks in society and family. Okay, oh my gosh, this is going to be a heavy one. Okay. Okay. Oh my God, there's so much to talk about. Okay, I'm just gonna try and follow their energetic bouncing ball instead of thinking about how much I'm just gonna say what they say. Okay. Okay, angels, ascended masters, Yeshua. Okay, clear, concise, precise, articulate is always very, very nice. Relevant, and clear channel for your message to me and the souls watching. It is your message. And I want to honor that in all truth and authenticity. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, okay. Mad at God. Like I said, mad at God. Many of the masculines mad at God because they couldn't. Okay, we've been through this before. Masculines are anchored into the earth, the 3D. I mean, more than the feminines because we create life, especially moms. Well, okay. You understand what I'm saying? Um, we're more tapped into the spiritual nature and side of things. Not to say that men aren't, but it's been pounded out of them to allow sensitivity to things, empathy to things, to nurture stuff, to allow cracks in their wall, bricks to be taken out of their wall. They have been pounded into since childhood to build the wall by what they've seen, yes, what they've been told, and how they've been treated. Okay, so this kind of takes me to my notes. So it's been a busy morning. Okay, so supposed to start with that I'm adopted. Okay, so I'm adopted, which puts me in a unique position than people who were not adopted, who are natural to their families. My generational curses weren't obvious to me as I was growing up. I knew from a small child, from as soon as I could understand, my mom was telling me that I chose her as a mom, but I had to be created by other parents. Or I chose them, my mom and dad, as my parents, but they weren't able to make me, so that I was created through another couple and placed with them from my choice. And actually, I believe that's true. Okay. Um, so okay. So back to me being adopted. When I was 24, I went to Alaska and I met my birth mom. And it's a whole long story today. I'm not trying to skip her. I'm going to skip to the point that's important. She was 43 at the time, and she was in the middle of her hot messness. And I was kind of taking a break from not from my first baby daddy, hot messness, but the one that that was happening right before he took his life. I had jumped into another hot messness. Okay, and I'm not knocking it. I'm not complaining. I'm explaining. Okay. Um, I had much growth to do, but for these men in my life, who I love dearly, and they love me too. I believe that, and I don't think we understood why we were hurting each other, but we all were. Okay. That being said, um, it was still an aspect of my father that I was in a relationship with. So I was repeating something that I didn't even conceive, or I'm just now realizing I didn't acknowledge it because I was so young when my parents divorced. I was about 9 or so, and but I did. They liked alcohol. They liked to go out. Well, they were social, but anyway, Okay, so keep me on track. Jesus. Okay, so I went to Alaska when I was 24. I met my birth mom, and she was 43 at the time. And that generation, which is 18 years older than me, okay, that generation was really, they went through the 70s as young adults, the late 60s, early 70s. And I guess that's 1950. They were born-ish. So 10 is 60s. So the 60s and the 70s, yep. And they were a hot mess. Lots of drugs, lots of alcoholism, lots of Vietnam stuff, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so just to explain. Well, I could see myself just like her when I was 43 if I didn't change my ways. She's my mirror, right? And I was like, oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, hell no. I mean, everything, we were like parallel on the men she loved. I mean, hers, no one in hers had killed themselves, but there was one that would reflect the one who killed himself and the one I was with before I went to Alaska. Okay. And I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, no, 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 no. That's not happening to me. Okay. Well, that's the only way I can relate. I mean, being a feminine as well is the generational curse. Okay. But men, masculines, seem to have that generational curse thing in their face all the time. Depending on if they were the black sheep or the golden child or, family dynamics. In front of them, then they either repeat exactly what their dad did, or the golden child, if the black sheep, and if the golden child will try to do everything to become what the dad expected or the father, okay? And the golden child usually doesn't have the unworthiness. They get fucked up in different ways, but the black sheep will find themselves never, especially if their fathers are passed away, never being able to obtain worthiness in their father's eyes. Okay? And so they try to, by becoming just like them, kind of fill their shoes and invite the same kind of relationships that their father had into, I mean, this is probably for, I don't know. I'm just talking. Because it's father forgiveness is what it's about. And this can go for females too. I've done that. I've talked about it in previous videos. Okay, this is a tough one. Okay. So, our emotional bodies, take on, I mean, so it can even be genetic because my emotional body and my outward circumstances were developing just like what happened to my mother, my birth mother, not my mom that raised me. Okay, so it's a genetic thing. That's generational curse time. Okay, because I wasn't repeating the sins of my mother that adopted me, or you know what I'm saying? Okay, so these can come to, okay, so there's an abrupt ending coming to that as the collective is coming to an understanding that they're here to bust that generational curse factor by finding their own worthiness within themselves in their contract, their soul contract for one. Okay, but that they've never been thought of as unworthy by the Creator. their higher selves, Michaelangelo and company, that have been guarding them and guiding them throughout their lives. Okay. Same with the females. The feminines don't seem to have as much. We have really, really, really bad codependent stuff to overcome from our father issues, our daddy issues. Okay. And our, lots of times our mommy issues too. But there comes a time when our spiritual natures allow us to tether out of the 3D. And our higher selves put us in, guide us into a situation, our souls, guide us into a journey that is best suited for us to break that mold for ourselves. Because the feminines in the collective, feminine aspects, they kind of take the lead on the spiritual journey. Okay. And light the way for the masculines when they're ready, to release the 3D undivine matrix as well. But it's much more difficult because they're so grounded into earth and worldly things, material objects, making money, never being homeless. Like, that doesn't sound like freedom to them. Okay. To women, it's like, oh my gosh, we've been tied down to homes and houses and creating homes and trying to develop the best living circumstances for whoever is involved in our lives, whoever we're there nurturing, whether it be our children, our parents, or our friends, for most of our lives. So getting cut loose, like a tethered balloon from material objects and material things, possessions, is and responsibilities for other people. It's not that. It's like, okay, cut me loose, off my way. Let's see what's up there, because down here's not doing it for me. Nobody appreciates me, which is, I find, in my experience, for one. But I was mirroring that back to myself, so I was attracting that to me. So I'm not blaming the people around me. I'm saying you can't see it when you're in it. You have to get cut loose so you can fly above and see from a higher perspective, like the owl and the eagle that we talk about in the cards. So much easier to see from up there how you're creating the circumstances that keep repeating in your life. And that the only one who can change your circumstances is right here. It's you. The answers are always within you. And anything, the further up you go, is you start looking at it, it's like, oh, I'm afraid of that. Let's go there. Instead of, oh, I'm afraid of that. I don't want to deal with it. See you later. Because it allows you to float higher and freer. Okay, so all that being said is that the masculine collectives are, as it's been brought to my attention, okay, are going through this. And no one said it was going to be easy, man. But it is time to fish or cut bait, shit or get off the pot. So there's a little bit more advice here. Allowing the situations to die that are in a death spiral, lest you spiral down further with these same circumstances over and over and over again that keep repeating because you're bringing it to yourself because you don't want to deal with the underlying issue. It's like, but, you know what that stands for? Behold the underlying truth. Whenever there's a but in a sentence, behold the underlying truth. because you're fixing to say the truth about a situation, or whoever's speaking. And so you can tell. So as they say, okay, yeah, but they're fixing to tell you the truth about how they feel or what they want, or, so even if they're saying something opposite in the beginning of the sentence, if they say, but everything after that is the underlying truth. Okay. It says, releasing the dove of peace, just taking the situation and visualizing holding a dove in a hand or in a cage. And the dove in the cage is the situation that keeps repeating over and over and over again. And you got to let that dove go. But you're used to this little dove, even if it is in a gilded cage, even if it is not freedom, even if it is perishing from lack of attention or good energy. If you can symbolically let that pigeon, that dove of peace, pigeon. Okay, that was a Freudian slip. That pigeon, quit being a pigeon and let it be a dove. Letting it free from that cage in that situation, as a sort of type of surrender. That you can't control the situation, that you cannot heal the situation, that revisiting it one more time will not bring a different result. It'll bring the same result. Again, on another cycle, all the way around, until you, because that's the only one we're talking about, is you. Understanding the lessons have been learned, that the debts are paid. You don't owe anything to anybody in there. What you need to pay attention to is yourself, because you're needed. You're loved and you are worthy. And embracing that and trusting God to take care of everybody else in there, and that you don't have to be God. That things will work out. They always do. They just do. They just do. Okay, so fear of the unknowns. Fear of the unknown. Okay, including yourself. Especially yourself. What don't you know about yourself that you're afraid to find out? You might find it's not that difficult to address or confront, if that's the word you want to use. Embrace, get curious about, and just kind of, what is that? What is that from? You got to peel the onions. You got to dig the weed out from the root, or it will grow back. I mean, you just need to go through it. It's once you get used to it, it's really, it feels traumatic at first when your emotional body is allowed to feel the emotion, but that gets easier too, because once your body's used in your mind and your consciousness is allowed to feel, it's not foreign to it. And so it gets easier and easier and easier. It just does. Okay, so say what is left unsaid and practice following your gut, your intuition. Use discernment. But say what needs to be said. Get it out of your head, out of your heart, stuck in your, that stuck in your craw thing, It's okay. It's okay. And you'll gain so much from it. There's no need to really be unkind, but however it comes out, you can go out into the desert or the mountains or to the lake and yell at nature if you need to. Women get really frustrated, right? Ah! That's why we're emotionally more healthy, because we let it out. Even if it's not always in the most healthy way, at least it's out. So we just consciously start working on releasing it healthily. No mosquitoes. No mosquito in here. Okay, so, and that's how you close out cycles in your life. Okay, you need to feel, deal, and heal. And dealing is more than just yourself. It's dealing honestly and authentically with the people that this round and round the same mountain situation is locked in with. Cutting the ties. I mean, emotionally and energetically. Ask Michaelangelo to come and cut it with his beautiful blue sword. He will do it. Ask Jesus to come. Ask Gaia to come up and stand stand in a park, hug a tree, lean against a tree with your feet bare on the ground, and just ask Gaia to clear all the static, all the negative energy, just to suck it out of your feet and to replace it with love. Because if you leave a void, the chances that you're going to fill that void with what you're trying to kick out of it are high. They're high. And there you go again. Okay. So doing the same thing only brings the same results. Try altering one thing at a time to start, and then pretty soon you'll be multitasking how you can get your clean, fresh start. Okay. So I guess I'll do the reading on a different video since this one took up a bit of time. Let me just get the angel. I'll do the reading later. You let go of the people that convince you that you're not worthy, including dead people or people that you can't actually like confront or whatever. You can write letters. You can go and you can there's ways. You can Google ways to deal with things healthily. I recommend Matthew Kahn, Kahn, and Aaron Abke. They have a lot of stuff on this. Oh, and Christina Lopes, Lopes. A lot of ways to deal with these for light workers and twin flames and star seeds that are going through this right now. Also, shameless plug, the playlist. I mean, okay, so the first couple videos aren't that great. It was a learning curve, but push through them. They're really good. That's what this channel is about. And just because they were done back in March doesn't mean that they're not good still. It's still good information. I use them to myself when I get stuck or feel just out of sorts. I'll go back and I'll watch them. And I watch them in order, but you don't have to. I mean, the first ones are very short. I don't think there's one more than 20 minutes on the soul self-help list other than oracles. Okay, Sananda, do you want to pick some angel cards real quick? Those? Okay. Okay. Leap of faith. Metatron. Believe in yourself, listen to your heart, and do what gives you joy. We're supposed to read them since I'm only doing these. I'm just going to trust that the message was conveyed to you all in a way that helps. Even if it's just acknowledging that you're not the only one going through it right now. I think that that should be lift your heart give you hope, at least a little, okay? Leap of faith. Archangel Metatron brings you this card to encourage you to take a leap of faith. You are fully empowered to follow a new path in life that is full of excitement and wonder. The opportunities for evolution and growth are truly unlimited if you'll just have faith in yourself and believe in your dreams. Oh, that's another thing. Okay, so he says that pay attention to your dreams. They should be coming in pretty vivid and clear, and that they're supposed to be bringing you messages for that time, for that space and time, okay? You have only to take the first step and find yourself on the way to a happier new life. Your angels and guides will send helpful people to assist you as you go along. You're encouraged to be proactive in researching whatever information is required. Don't let a lack of experience or self-confidence hold you back. You are meant to have the joy you seek. Isn't that good news? Yay. Additional meanings: being self-assured and believing in yourself, childlike innocence, unending curiosity, the joy of life, courage, and following your heart. Okay, so they just brought to my mind right now that just like girls have daddy issues, boys have mommy issues too, okay? Not just with the same sex. So when it's the opposite sex, when it's a mommy issue and mommy and daddy issue, okay? And if you're just because it's an old, comfortable type of mayhem or dysfunction doesn't mean it's correct. I don't want to be with my dad again. I mean, that archetype. I'm not interested in that. My dad was what he was, and I love him. But I I deserve better. And parents do hurtful and damaging things to their children, even and maybe especially as they get older. My dad is there's a form of emotional incest that the eldest daughter or the eldest son will be mantled with, because they allow it, mind you. It's not just the parents' fault, but with that they need to take the place of the other parent that's missing or missing in action, whether they're dead, whether they're divorced, whether they're just fled. And that's inappropriate. It's an emotional battlefield. Like they're putting that song by Pat Benatar, "Love is a Battlefield," and it's wrong, and it's most painful and confusing and dysfunctional and inappropriate to not allow the adult child to do what they can, but not replace the missing parent, because you can't. And a healthy relationship requires two healthy souls, or at least souls that aspire to be healthy. And if one is constantly manipulating and instigating and guiltifying the adult child, it allows nobody to heal, much less pursue a godly and divine destination or destiny. And isn't that selfish from everybody? I mean, I had to do it. I had to let him go. And I'm healthier. When my dad wouldn't let me help the way I could, and we had a battle of wills over which was helping him with his health, helping him clean his house. And I wasn't going to, this was our battle of wills, and I wasn't going to bend over backwards to be part of his dysfunction just to get out his wallet or stay in his good graces, because, or fulfill his martyrdom or his guilt kingdom, his kingdom built on guilt. Of course, I couldn't save the kids, but they could save themselves. They were adults. I raised them. They just need to remember. Okay, so that being said, I mean, I'm guessing this is going to help somebody out there. I'm a long ways away from that, so it's hard for me to step back into that space and time. Why would I want to, right? So I'm doing my best to dip into that well and dig up the nuggets of truth that will help the collective push through and into our next now, our new next. Because we have to persevere. We have to let go of, get cut free from the 3D undivided matrix and allow ourselves to float higher. Okay. I rambled. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I am sorry. Let's talk about Metatron. Archangel Metatron is a loving and protective guide to young or highly sensitive people. He can help you free yourself from situations that no longer serve you. Boy, that's not what we're talking about. Metatron can also give you the courage and confidence to make important changes in your life. Call upon this archangel when you wish to get in touch with the child that is within you or to release old fears that are holding you back. Metatron is our friend. He loves us so very much. He's proven himself on this channel. So that means he's trying to reach everybody that watches. Because he's proven himself, beginning to end, that he's the one leading the reading. Just pointing that out. 2 of Michael Angel. It will be better if you just make a decision. Overanalyzing a problem, find a compromise. Two of Michael. It will all feel better if you make a choice. You're struggling with a decision, either overanalyzing the situation or hoping it will just go away. Your heart is in conflict with your mind, so you're avoiding making a choice. This can be exhausting and create unnecessary stress. Trust your ability to make a wise and intuitively sound decision. A solution is quite possible, but compromise will be necessary. Search for middle ground even a temporary fix will get things moving again. Not listening, okay, so meaning not listening to your inner wisdom, spinning your wheels, suppressing your emotions. Thank you, Michael. The Empress, Archangel Gabriel. Time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded, luxurious or abundant resources. The Empress. Archangel Gabriel brings you this card to encourage you to create. Your artistic talents alongside your nurturing instincts give you the ability to manifest beautiful and amazing works. Think of this card as representing Mother Nature, the Empress of creativity. Your plans will flourish and grow so long as you give them your devoted attention and love. If your focus is upon family matters such as relationships, children, or pregnancy, you can be assured of happy outcomes. Likewise, your career endeavors will also prove successful. Your interest in beautiful, luxurious, or artful pursuits is well rewarded at this time. Concerns regarding physical or emotional well-being fade away, while your ability to nurture others is wonderful. Don't forget to also lovingly care for yourself. Time to move forward. Prosperity, a gift with growing plants and gardens, motherhood, determination to get things done. We all have female and masculine aspects, don't forget. Gabriel is the patron angel for those in the creative arts. Whether it's music, poetry, or other artistic endeavors, this archangel can help inspire your work to new insights. Gabriel is also known for being a loving and helpful motivator if you're having trouble completing your projects, as well as for delivering messages on behalf of God, including announcements of pregnancy. Call upon Archangel Gabriel for whatever project you're attempting to give birth to. That could be your own business, any kind of a project is depicted as a child or a baby or pregnancy. Of course, it can be literal as well. 9 of Gabriel. Stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. Environmental activism. Don't give up. Your determination and courage are needed now more than ever. You've come a long way and your work has been important and valuable. Stand your ground and protect what you have created. Be prepared for any possibility. You've already proven yourself and your position is secure so long as you have confidence. You may be tired, but this is the last challenging situation before success comes your way. That's what I've been saying, that it's the darkest before the dawn, and that's globally, and that's for the contracted souls that are here in this highly treacherous, challenging, powerful soul journey that we are on, walking through this life to assist in this ascension, and because we knew we could do it. That's the bottom line. That we believed in our worthiness and our innate understanding of how worthy we are of how much we believed. Oh, that takes me back to mad at God. Jesus, you can be mad at God, but being mad at God means you believe in Him. You can't be mad at something you don't believe in. It's full circle now. Jesus says He's trying to permeate through your wall and into your heart again. And if you'll just start taking the bricks down, let Him through, make cracks, or surrender your heart, then what seems hard will cease to be difficult. That's the deal. But that means letting unconditional love into your life. That's what Jesus is. That's what God is. Mother, Father, God. Or unconditional love. It's not like it was programmed to us, especially through Catholicism. Sticking with your plans, ability to fight off illness, environmental activism, growing organic food. My, we do have a lot of major arcana today. And there's Metatron again. I'm telling you, call on Metatron, guys. The Chariot. Determination and self-control, career advancement, acknowledgement of success by others. If you're still needing that. Now, we should by now understand that others is not going to, being acknowledged by others is not where it's at. It's acknowledging ourselves. And like I always used to say, it's like, the only opinion that I give a shit about when it comes to me is God's and mine. My opinion of myself and God's opinion of me. And when you know that God loves you unconditionally, that one's covered. So then that just leaves you. Go through my playlist. It's in there. That's what this channel is for. I keep saying that. Okay. The Chariot is the indicator of great determination and willpower. You may feel uncertainty regarding your situation, but you need have no fear. When this card is present, it's your confirmation from Archangel Metatron that you have what it takes. Step out of your comfort zone and charge bravely ahead with joy and confidence. A great leap forward is coming your way. It will take balance, self-control, and hard work, but you're ready for the task. You're ready for the task at hand. I can complete a sentence. Public recognition for your success is sure to come. Allow yourself to feel pride in what you accomplish. Additional meanings: career advancement, diligence, calm control over equally important but conflicting goals. Archangel Metatron oversees the Merkaba, or Metatron's cube. Again, there it is on the front of the wagon. See it? This magical creation is also called the Chariot of God and is displayed on the front of the chariot depicted on this card. Focus on the image of the Merkaba and then call upon Metatron when you have a desire you wish to come to fruition. He can help you manifest a successful result in record time. Now, using Google as a verb, you don't have to use it as a search engine. Google it. In fact, I recommend not using Google. I mean, I do, but not all the time. And it, especially not for stuff that's, like, that I need a deeper dive on. Because Google is, the algorithms have been messed with. Another major arcana. Okay. Peace. Archangel Azrael. Release the past. There is more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. They love us so much. Oh, the Peace card heralds a time of great transformation for you. It's a period of leaving behind the situation or experiences that no longer serve you. You've outgrown this phase of your life and are ready to move forward. The time has come for new adventures that will enrich your purpose and allow you to evolve like a caterpillar transforming into a butterfly. Often when this card is drawn, the time of change was expected. It may come with a sense of great relief or perhaps feelings of sadness. Archangel Azrael opens his arms to you with love and compassion and will help you during this period of transition. Take time to experience any emotions you have with grace and self-love. Additional meanings: embrace the new dawn, release the past, let go, and let God. Archangel Azrael is a wonderful and extremely elegant angel who helps those who are experiencing a loss. When you call upon Azrael, it is as though two big loving arms from heaven have wrapped around you, providing comfort and support. Solicit Archangel Azrael's aid when you need to let go of a situation or a part of your life that no longer serves you, which is what we've been talking about. So thanks for hanging out with me. I really hope this helped. I mean it. I love you. You love you. Okay? Just do it. Do it. Just do it. Like, let Jesus love you. Because he does. So does the Most High, Mother, Father, God. The universe. The cosmos. The archangels. Okay. This Archangel Azrael. Metatron. Metatron loves you twice as much as most. That's because he's older than dirt and he's been around long. And Gabriel. Okay. Come back again next time and we'll do a card reading. Perhaps in just a little while. Okay? Okay. Peace and out.